Hello, my loves. It's Spirit House here again. I just wanted to make another short video about how this is basically about how everything is fractal. This is one thing I've realized since actually I was about 14 or 15 years old. Everything in this universe is fractal, like back down to the smallest microcosm to the space, the universe, the planets, the stars. Um, if you, okay, here's an example. The human body is the most high tech piece of technology that's ever been because it was created by Source. Okay. Um, but the human body, we have organs, we have all kinds of things that are just all interrelated. Everything affects one thing, everything within the human body affects everything else within the human body. The same thing goes for the universe. Everything we do affects everyone else, everything else. Things that we don't believe have a consciousness actually do. But I digress. I'm going to go back to this. The human body, the organs. Okay, we have the planets are like the organs of God, basically. I mean, everything everything is repeated from the smallest microcosm to the largest scale. Everything is fractal, basically. You know, so you know things that we don't think that the normal person that's stuck in the 3D material realm who doesn't think beyond that, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to kill a spider. I see a spider on the wall. Okay, I'm going to kill this spider. Well, anything you harm in this world, you're actually in this may sound hippy dippy. I don't care. You know how I am. If you've listened to me long enough, I don't care what anybody thinks. It's a very liberating thing. You should work on that if you don't have that, because it's liberating. But anyway, I digress again. Killing a spider on the wall. Everything is interrelated. Everything has a consciousness. Just because science hasn't proven that it has a consciousness, feelings, or thought does not mean that it does not. The earth is a living organism. It has a huge consciousness. All of the planets do. Plants have a consciousness. We have proven that. It was a year or two ago, a study came out in physics.org that detected an ultrasonic scream in plants when there was drought or they were in distress to other plants and trees around them. They scream in distress. They cry out. So everything, things that we don't think have a consciousness, have a consciousness. So if you approach life in this mindset of not what I do when I see a spider, even if it's a poisonous spider, I capture it, I take it outside of the house, I let it go. I mean, that's what I do because I believe I don't want to harm anything because it's karma. Everything I do, I think of who will this affect? Will this affect anybody in a negative way? Because I don't want to do that. I love everything. I love my life, and I respect all life of any kind. It doesn't have to be humanoid. It can be anything. But just be mindful of that. That things that you don't think about or don't give two thoughts about. Like when I was a kid, I used to burn ants with a magnifying glass. I look back on that and I actually feel bad about that now. I think, what kind of karma did that? It's silly, but it's something to think about. Really, it is. But anyway, I just wanted to give you that thought and let you ruminate on it. That everything is fractal, and that a lot of things have a consciousness that a lot of people would not give 2 seconds thought about and wouldn't think have a consciousness. So just be kind. Be kind to the earth. Be kind to your neighbor. Be kind to the insects, the pollinators, the bees. Don't use pesticides. Just think about those kind of things. And I use that, I'm an herbalist, so when I cut herbs for medicinal use or for any other use, I use the Native American practice of praying about it and and asking permission and letting this plant know what I'm going to use it for and that it's going to help the greater good. And I think the same thing, I mean, you know, I was into fly fishing for a long time with my grandfather. I haven't fished since he passed away because we were best friends. But fishing, everything that we used to eat and used to live off of, I would always say a little prayer because I always thought about those kind of things. I always felt like there was a balance that needed to be kept. And so before I ate the fish or skinned the fish, I would be like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, fish, for giving me dinner tonight at my cabin, or this or that. And if you approach life with gratitude and every living thing with gratitude and think of everything as something that's having a consciousness, then the world would be a much kinder place. So just try to think about and try to think of things from somebody else's standpoint. Try to step outside of yourself and understand where they're coming from, even if they are completely different from you. Don't judge. Just try to put yourself in their position, and if you can't, just try to listen and see if you can learn something, because I'm never ever done learning. The day I'm done learning is the day I should die, because I can learn something from everyone, even my enemy. So I just I try to approach life with this attitude, and it's served me really well because it I'm happy. I'm happy no matter what happens. I'm happy because I can step outside of myself and look at things from a different perspective, and I hope this helps someone. I don't know if it will, but I'm just kind of rambling, but I hope it's helpful to somebody here on their journey. All right, I love you all. And I hope you have a wonderful, magnificent day. And I'll talk to you on the next video.